English Stories OG. Learn English through listening.
The Missing Money. It was a Saturday morning in October. The sun was coming through the kitchen window, and the smell of coffee filled the small house. The Harper family was having breakfast together, which was something they did not do very often anymore. There were 4 people in the family. The father, Robert, was a quiet man who worked hard and never talked much about money. The mother, Helen, was warm and organized. She always knew where everything was in the house. Then there were the 2 adult children who still lived at home. The older one was Marcus, 26 years old, tall and serious. He had recently lost his job and was looking for a new one. The younger one was Lisa, 22, studying at the local college and always busy with something. Robert put down his coffee cup and looked at the table. He had something on his mind. Everyone could see it. "I need to tell you something," he said slowly. Helen looked at him. "What is it?" Robert was quiet for a moment. Then he spoke. "I had some money saved. 10,000. Cash. I kept it in the house." Marcus looked up from his phone. Lisa stopped eating. "Why did you keep it in the house?" Helen asked. Her voice was calm, but her eyes showed worry. "I don't like banks," Robert said simply. "I never did. You all know that." Helen nodded. She knew. She had always disagreed with him about this, but she had stopped fighting about it years ago. "So what happened?" Marcus asked. Robert looked at his hands. "It's gone." The room was very quiet. Only the birds outside made any noise. "What do you mean, gone?" Lisa asked. "I mean gone. I went to check it yesterday evening, and the money was not there." Helen stood up slowly. "Where did you keep it?" "In the metal box. In the wardrobe. In our bedroom." "I know the box," Helen said. "I've seen it many times. But I never opened it." "No one was supposed to open it," Robert said. He looked at Marcus, then at Lisa. "No one except me." There was a heavy feeling in the room now. Everyone understood what Robert was saying without him saying it directly. The money was gone. No one came into the house from outside. The doors were locked. The windows were closed. This meant someone in the family had taken it. Marcus put down his phone. "Dad, are you saying that one of us took the money?" Robert did not answer. He just looked at the table. "Robert," Helen said. Her voice was firmer now. "Answer him." "I don't know what happened," Robert said. "I only know the money is not there." Lisa felt her face go hot. "This is awful. We're a family. We don't steal from each other." "Someone did," Marcus said quietly. Helen went upstairs to the bedroom. She came back a few minutes later with the metal box. She put it on the table. It was a small gray box with a simple lock. The lock was not broken. Someone had opened it with a key, or someone knew how to open it without a key. "Where did you keep the key?" Helen asked. Robert reached into his pocket and took out a small key on a plain ring. "With me. Always." "Always?" Marcus asked. Robert hesitated. Just for a second. But everyone noticed. "Almost always," he said. "When was it not with you?" Lisa asked. Robert thought for a moment. "Last week. Wednesday. I left my jacket on the chair in the kitchen. I went to the garden for 2 hours. When I came back, the jacket was still there. I didn't think anything of it." Helen closed her eyes briefly. "So someone could have taken the key, opened the box, taken the money, and put the key back." "Yes," Robert said. Marcus leaned back in his chair. "Okay. So let's think about this. Who was in the house on Wednesday?" Everyone was quiet. "I was here," Helen said. "I was home all day." "I came back from a walk around noon," Lisa said. "I was here for the rest of the day." Marcus said nothing. Everyone looked at him. Marcus? Lisa said. I was here too, Marcus said. I came home around 11 in the morning and I didn't go out again. So all three of them were in the house on Wednesday. All three of them had the chance to take the key from Robert's jacket. All three of them knew where the bedroom was. Robert looked at his family. These were the people he loved most in the world. And one of them had taken his money. He stood up and went to stand by the window. He looked out at the garden. The leaves on the old tree were turning yellow and red. I'm not calling the police, he said. Dad, Marcus started. No. This stays in the family. I want to understand why. I want to understand who. And I want the truth. Helen sat down again. She held her cup of coffee in both hands even though it was already cold. All right, she said. Then we talk about it. All of us. Right now. Lisa looked uncomfortable. She kept looking at the table. Helen noticed. Lisa, is there something you want to say? Lisa looked up. No. I mean, not really. I feel sick about all of this. We all feel sick, Marcus said. Do you? Lisa looked at him. Marcus frowned. What does that mean? Lisa was quiet for a moment. Then she said, You needed money. You said so yourself? Last month. You told me you had problems. That you couldn't pay your rent. That you were thinking about asking Dad for a loan but you were too embarrassed. The room went very cold. Marcus stared at his sister. I can't believe you just said that. It's true, Lisa said. Her voice was shaking a little. I'm just saying what I know. Marcus looked at his father. Dad, I did not take your money. Yes, I have problems. Yes, I needed money. But I would never do that. Never. Robert watched his son carefully. He had known Marcus for 26 years. He knew his face very well. But right now he was not sure what he saw there. Helen put down her cup. Marcus, I need to ask you something directly. Did you borrow money from anyone recently? Any amount? Marcus hesitated again. This time the hesitation was longer. Marcus, Helen said. I borrowed $300 from a friend, Marcus said finally. 2 weeks ago. That's all. $300. That's not 10,000. No, Helen said. It isn't. Robert turned from the window. He came back to the table and sat down. He looked older than he had an hour ago. All right, he said. Let me say something. I don't think any of you are bad people. You are my children. Helen is my wife. But the money is gone, and it didn't go by itself. He paused. He looked at each of them. I am going to give whoever took it one chance. One. You can come to me privately. Tell me the truth. Tell me why. We will talk. I will be angry, yes. But I will listen. And we will find a way to fix it together. But if no one comes to me, then I will have to think about other things. About what kind of family we are. About trust. He stood up, took his coffee cup to the sink, and left the room. The three of them sat at the table. For a long time, nobody spoke. Then Helen said quietly, Someone in this room knows the truth. She also stood up and left. Marcus and Lisa were alone. Lisa looked at her brother. Marcus looked back at her. I didn't take it, Marcus said. I know, Lisa said. How do you know? Lisa was quiet for a moment. Then she said, Because I know who did. Marcus went still. What? He said. Lisa looked at the door. She looked back at her brother. She was very pale. Wednesday, she said. When I came back from my walk, I came in through the back door. I went upstairs to change my shoes. When I passed Mom and Dad's bedroom, the door was open a little. She stopped. Go on, Marcus said. I heard a sound. Like metal. I looked through the opening. Just for a second. She stopped again. Marcus waited. I saw Mom, Lisa said. She was standing at the wardrobe. She had the box in her hands. The silence in the kitchen was complete. Are you sure? Marcus asked. His voice was very low. I'm sure. Did she see you? No. I left quickly. I went back downstairs and I pretended I had just come in. Marcus put his face in his hands. He sat like that for a moment. Why would she do that? He asked. I don't know, Lisa said. Maybe she needed it for something. Maybe she was scared about something. You know they don't always tell us everything. Marcus looked up. We have to talk to her. I know. Not in front of Dad. Not yet. I know, Lisa said again. They found Helen in the living room. She was standing at the bookshelf, pretending to look at books. But she was not really looking. She was just standing there. She heard them come in and turned around. When she saw their faces, she understood immediately. For a moment, no one spoke. Then Helen sat down on the sofa. She seemed very tired suddenly. How much did you see? She asked Lisa. Enough, Lisa said. Helen nodded slowly. She looked at her hands. Your father doesn't know, she said. About the debt. What debt? Marcus asked. Helen was quiet for a moment. Then she began to speak. Her voice was even and calm, but her eyes were wet. 3 years ago, I borrowed money. From a private person, not a bank. It was when your father was ill and couldn't work. I needed to pay bills. I needed to keep this family going. I didn't tell him because he was sick and I didn't want him to worry. She paused. The person I borrowed from, he wanted the money back now. He called me last month. He said if I didn't pay, he would come to your father directly. And your father would find out everything. How much? Marcus asked. 8,000, Helen said. I paid him 8,000. That's why I took it. Not all of it. I left 2,000 in the box. But then your father checked and found it empty. Lisa sat down next to her mother. Mom, you should have told him. I know, Helen said. She put her face in her hands. I know that now. He's sitting upstairs thinking one of us is a thief, Marcus said. His voice was gentle, not angry. I am a thief, Helen said quietly. No, Lisa said. You made a difficult choice a long time ago to protect this family. And now you made a scared choice to protect yourself. That's not the same as stealing. Helen looked at her daughter. He needs to know, Marcus said. You have to tell him. He'll never forgive me. He might surprise you, Lisa said. There was a long moment of silence. Then Helen stood up. She wiped her eyes with the back of her hand. She straightened her back. She looked like herself again. All right, she said. All right. She walked to the door. Mom, Marcus said. She stopped and looked back. We're still a family, he said. Whatever happens. Helen gave a small smile. Then she went upstairs. Marcus and Lisa sat together in the living room and waited. Above them, they could hear the quiet sounds of voices. First they were low and calm. Then, for a little while, they were louder. Then they became low again. After 40 minutes, Robert and Helen came back downstairs together. Robert's face was difficult to read. Helen looked like she had been crying, but she also looked somehow lighter. Robert sat down in his chair. He looked at his children. Your mother has explained everything, he said. His voice was quiet. I'm not happy. I'm hurt. But I understand. He paused. We have a lot to talk about. The four of us. About trust. About communication. About the things we hide from each other when we think we're protecting each other. He looked at Helen. But we'll talk about it. That's what families do. Lisa felt something release in her chest. She hadn't realized how tense she was. The money is gone, Robert said. Most of it. But money can come back. It takes time, but it comes back. He looked at his hands. Some things are harder to get back. Helen reached over and put her hand on his. He didn't pull away. Outside, the wind moved through the yellow leaves of the old tree in the garden. A cloud moved away from the sun, and light came through the window and fell across the floor of the living room. It was still the same Saturday morning. But something had changed. Something old and hidden had come into the light. And now the Harper family could start the long, careful work of understanding each other again. It would not be easy. But they would do it together. The end.